Is your single source of income keeping you poor? Well, if that's your case, today we're going to be looking at a pretty exciting topic that may change your life forever. Today's topic, we're going to be looking at multiply multiple streams of income. Are you in that position of strength to multiply multiple streams of income? I promise you that before today's program comes to an end, you will be learning how to multiply multiple streams of income. But above and beyond all, this goes beyond you just learning the systems. You want to apply these systems into your life so you can be positioned to attract and multiply multiple streams of income. But just before I get started again, I want to thank the over 16,000 new subscribers that have supported this platform over the last 30 days and over 100,000 persons who have taken the time to view this program. Thanks from the depths of my heart. I want to ask you to continue to like, subscribe, and share so you will be the first to get these content that we are bringing to you on a regular basis. Today in studio with me, I have a number of dynamic personalities who will be joining me on stage to support the conversation, multiply multiple streams of income. So first on stage will be Shivani Ryan. She's a project management practitioner. Second, you will have Peter Gooscott, and he's the brain behind Legacy Chronicle. We also have Paul Whitehouse. Paul Whitehouse, he is a financial specialist. He's the one that really helps you to access capital to grow and scale your business. I also have Frank. Frank is an economist by profession, and he's a practicing leader. And we also have a cryptocurrency specialist in the house today, an author, and they all will be talking to us about the language of money. Smart ways to make money, master residual income. Welcome, team, and how are you?
Doing great. Doing great.
Doing
Awesome.
good. Doing good.
Awesome.
Shivani, do you have enough for everybody? Do you have enough?
So, brew coffee, no problem. Definitely could get.
Okay, beautiful.
And it wouldn't be virtual, just come over.
All right, to get the ball rolling, I want to table some ideas that I believe can help the millions of people across the world who I believe they are stuck in that single source of income zone, the single source of income that is keeping you poor. And we have done the analysis. So we know that this is not guessing, this is not speculation, this is data. So today we're going to spend really helping you to understand strategic money moves that you can make. All right, because you want to come to that point where you yourself can have you can multiply multiple streams of income. So the first recommendation that I want to make is that you want to learn, apply, and master a skill. It don't have to be 20 skills. It don't have to be 10 skills. You can learn, apply, and master one skill. And that one skill can be anything. I'm going to give you some ideas just now. So once you master one skill, all right, that skill could be you are, a financial specialist. So you're able to work with people to help people to, understand financial instruments. You're able to work with people to help them to access capital. You might be able to work with people to help them to find smart ways to leverage their capital or smart ways to mitigate debt. All of these are skill sets. I have mentioned four. You don't need to master all four. Perhaps you just need to master one. All right. So once you learn, apply, and master this one skill set, what is the next thing that you can do? You can leverage that skill sets. All right. You can leverage the skill set into what I'm going to call multiple streams of income. This is step 1, 2, 3. First, step one, learn and master a skill set. Two, you now have to leverage it in a way to make multiple streams of income. Now, traditionally, what you're doing, you're going to work with it, and that's one way in which you're leveraging that skill set. But what if you are to find new innovative ways to leverage that skill set? Let's take, for example, you are a sales communication professional. So you've spent many years to understand how the sales process works. You understand enough about data collection, data analytics, data, you know, leveraging and data mitigation. You understand this ecosystem and you're working this, to your advantage. You understand how to command attention, peak interest, arouse desire, move the client into action, make impact, cash flow optimize, build confidence, trust, and credibility in the eyes of the public. As a professional, all right, who have mastered your skills, you understand all of this. And what most people do, you simply take this skill to work. What if you are to find a multiple streams of income from this one skill set? So let me break that down for you. So you're going to work and you're earning, kudos to you. But what if you have done the research and you recognize that your skill set is needed by many people across the country or many people across the region, many people across the world? So what you have done now, you have write your book. So because you write your book, because you recognize that millions of people need your skills, you can sell that book. So that become a second stream of income. And if you're wondering if it's possible, yes, it is, because that's some of the things that we are doing here. All right. I am a professional in my field. I have multiple books, and they all are being monetized at the same time. Can you do it? Yes, you can. So you have earned income, you have income coming in from the book, you have another stream of income because you can now position yourself to host management symposiums. So that's another stream of income that you have coming in. You can build out a virtual platform, and because you build out a virtual platform where you can sell your books and provide your training, you have another stream of income coming in to you. So what I'm sharing with you is what is possible. Sometimes you just have to shift your focus, step out of the problem zone, and apply yourself at practical systems that can really position you for financial greatness. Now, we're here because we want to help you with this, because these are things that we do time and time and time again. There are multiple, there are many more breakdowns that I would want to give, but I trust that this example really helps you to understand that perhaps it's your thoughts might be holding you back, the way you're thinking that might be holding you back. But if you now socialize with the right people, the right team, like you have right here, they're going to push you one step further, where you now can be positioned to multiply multiple streams of income. So what I want to do now, I'm going to pause there for now, and I'm going to come right over to my colleague Paul Whitehouse, and I'm going to ask Paul to talk to us a bit about financial instruments and to also share his thoughts on the subject. Paul, all to you, the BFC.
Good morning, Gary. Good morning, everybody. Patriot Business Finance Consultants. What do we offer? We offer, the simplest way to put it would be money for your business. Let's go a little deeper. Equipment financing. If you're going to buy equipment, you need money. How do you get it? Pay cash, go to the bank and finance it at the bank, or come to me, which is the best way to do it because we will set you up with equipment leasing. We represent more than 100 lenders, and they all want to say yes. So as far as equipment financing, equipment leasing is the way to do it, and that's what we do. Okay, there's a derivative of that, sale leaseback. If you need working capital, you can pull cash out of assets that you currently own free and clear or with a low balance. You sell it to a leasing company, you keep it, use it to make money, work with it, because you got to work with it to get the money to pay that monthly payment back. because one comes attached with it. And so sale leaseback, that's another thing we offer. Commercial and investment property financing, got you covered there. Both of the subjects, equipment financing and real estate financing. The best of credit obviously qualifies. Best of credit gets the lowest cost of money, best deal structure. We make sure of that. That's what we do for you as a service. Make sure you get the best outcome. But difficult credit can be approved also. No problem. Let's get you back on the right track. Make those payments on time. Personal credit score improves. Business credit score improves. Everything gets better after that. You've got flowers growing in your yard that didn't grow there, but suddenly you got roses everywhere, and they weren't there last year because your credit score improved. Okay, factoring, purchase order financing. Long story short, we can help you raise capital. And then I guess my quick thoughts on multiple streams of income. Yeah, definitely. It's more is better because that's more money. How do you do that? Well, let's say you're working a job right now. Uh, pick what, as Gary says, pick what you're an expert in or become an expert in something. And as relation to what we would like to do with you, business finance consulting, we are one of the things that you can pick. We want to hire 100 business finance consultants to go out there and blanket the world and sell money. So that is a field of expertise, it's a specific body of knowledge, and we would like to teach you that specific body of knowledge so you can be an expert in that field, work with Patriot Business Finance Consultants and Global Capital Incorporated, and put the money out there. Couple of ways. I mean, what does multiple streams of income really look like? You're working a job. You could buy rental houses. That's a stream of income. You could make so much money off of those rental houses that you decide to invest in other people's businesses or buy a business, buy a pizza shop, buy a restaurant, buy whatever interests you. So that's one way to do it. And you can keep your regular job if you decide to. Or you can transition out of your regular 9 to 5 job, or worse yet, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. job, midnight turn. You might love midnight turn, but you might hate it, and you might really want to get out of that. So keep your regular job, buy businesses with an S, or transition out of your regular job, become a business owner, and then there's many roads that you can take from there. It all lies with what you're interested in. And yeah, to sum it up, Gary, multiple streams of income are needed, especially today. It's an expensive world. I mean, can you really get by on what you're making? Some of you can, most of you can't. Um, I'll tell this real quick story because this is on the subject that I was talking with my daughter about last night. She just graduated from college. She got a job. She started at $47,000 a year. She works for United Healthcare. You would think that she should, quote, should stay there and be happy because that's like the general consensus. You got a great job. You're working for United Healthcare, a big corporation. Well, she called me last night. We were talking. She said, should I do this? I said, what should you do? What are we talking about? And she might just quit that job, go back to grad school. It's 2 years. You really can't do grad school while working full time. Well, I take that back. You can. She has 3 paths that she can take: the full time, and then a couple of other paths that they offer, Case Western University. And I said, what's the difference in money? She says she makes 47 now annually, and she gets a 2.5% raise. So we broke the math down. We rounded it up to 50 for easy math. But 2.5% of 50,000 is $1,250. That's what you get every year. We broke it down further. That's $37.50 a day extra that she gets. How much is your lifestyle going to improve if you stay at that job? How quickly will it improve? Will you ever get to 100,000? Might take you 50 years, maybe 30 years. Her choice, she said, in the field that she wants to go into. She wants to be a social worker, therapist, occupational therapy. She wants to help people who have eating disorders. And low pay starting range is $40 an hour. The high end of that scale is $120 to $130 an hour. I think the choice is obvious. She called me to ask, should I do this? I said, you should do what you feel you want to do, what you really feels right. Take people's information, take advice, and make that decision. But don't let the 90% of people who are going to tell you not to do it make the decision for you. Take the information and make the decision for yourself. Um, so whatever you can do to improve your income, because whatever you're making right now is not enough. It's an expensive world right now, and it's going to get more expensive. So multiple streams of income, go for what you believe in. My final words, go for it. Do it.
Yeah. Um, Paul, what is important about what you have just said is that we have millions of young people across the world who are being placed into a particular faculty area, into a particular career path. And in most cases, the complete analysis is not being done. Like, for example, in your case, in your conversation with your daughter, you guys actually did the economic analysis, at least to an extent. So at the end of the day, you're able to evaluate her lifestyle against her income, to be able to see at the end of the day what is going to be those residual income, that was going to be the savings, the margin of savings that can possibly help her to a comfortable life for the short and long term. So more of this has to be done, and I'm trusting that these type of platforms that we're on will be able to provide people with that kind of information. One more thing I want to add based on what you would have talked about the BFC. Becoming a BFC, business finance consultant, is a tremendous opportunity for you to have multiple streams of income. Because when Paul and I at the team train you to be a BFC, you're learning about money, businesses that need money, you're learning about sales. But guess what? You're talking to multiple business owners. You're talking to those who might be in real estate. So you will be trained to identify those persons in real estate and provide them with the much needed capital. That's one stream of income. But you might be talking with another rising star in business who need leasing capital that, and you provide them with funding. That's another stream of income. You might be working with multiple types of businesses. So this is a tremendous opportunity for you to dig in to what we are proposing here has multiple streams of income, and really tap into it and explore the possibilities. The beauty about this is that we're going to eventually train you to be your own boss. We train, you can get out there on your own, you can connect with rising stars in business, and you can say, hey, I'm a BFC. I'm going to help you to access capital in the shortest possible time at the lowest cost. So all of that is possible when you become one of our BFC. So I just wanted to add that piece to what you would have said, Paul.
Gary, can I
I
throw one?
welcome. Go ahead, Paul.
Remember our friend Bakari Jambar? We interviewed
Yeah.
Bakari. Okay.
Yes.
He sells life
The
insurance.
Navy SEAL, right?
No, he's a Marine.
The
A
Marine.
Marine.
The Marine. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he sells life insurance. He owns 2 online stores that each do in excess of 7 figures. 7 figures on an online store. Wow. Like, how did he pull that off? He made it happen. And he gets retirement from the United States Marine Corps. He's got multiple
Yeah.
streams of income. And another possible multiple stream of income could be referral fees. If you don't want to be a business finance consultant, how about sending us deals for a 10% referral fee? There's all types of angles that you can take on things.
Exactly. There are multiple angles. Our role here is to share it with people. So we are wearing our humanitarian hat today where we are really helping people to get ideas as to how to become unstuck from the single source of income that is keeping them poor. I want to come straight over to Shivani now. Shivani, I'd love to hear from you. Shivani is our project management practitioner, and she's going to share some ideas with us in terms of how you can position yourself to have multiple streams of income. Shivani, all to you.
Thanks, Gary. Now, when we are thinking about multiple streams of income, first thing will run to my head is this is a project, right? You need, you want to be able to have many different streams of income because, as we keep saying, one income will never be enough, right? Something could happen with that income. You could be working in a job, you get retrenched. What would you do, right? So you have to keep preparing yourself. You have to understand, as we say, the real world, right? Things happen. Organizations sometimes crash. This is something that you didn't even think about. And when it happens, what do you do? Now, and also what is coming to my mind is a conversation that I had, I think it was on Monday, with a group of persons. Now, they're in the job and they keep thinking about getting this promotion and getting this promotion. They're in their 40s and they keep thinking about it, that they're not getting the promotion. And you know what is happening to them? What is happening to them? They're going crazy, right? And eventually, if they don't get it and they just stay in the job over a period of time, you'll hear people becoming very frustrated. They're very frustrated. And, they don't get, as we keep saying on this program, sense of self, right? They never find sense of self because they keep looking at, I need to do this, I need to do this, and I'm not getting it. The company is not promoting me. So people will become very, very frustrated in that way. I have seen it, I've heard it. So what do I recommend to people? I say, let us look at what you can do. What can you do? Everybody could do something. Everybody got a skill, right? And you need to develop that skill. Now, two ways to get this happening would be design thinking and project management. These are two models that can help you to get different streams of income. Design thinking, because you will say, well, what type of how will I get this? How will I get this passive income? How would I know? How would I know that I could sell houses? How would I know that I could become a PFC? How would I know that I could, set up a business, an online business, as you're saying? Where would I get that idea from? So design thinking helps you. It's a 5-step process that helps you to come about with the ideas, right? It's a very, very, very wonderful way that could help people to think. Now, once you get the idea, obviously you have to project managementize it, which is where you have to understand project management skills. Otherwise, you may just have the ideas and it is just floating all over the place and nothing happens. You get a little something, you feel you get some money, and then bam, no money again. So you need to have sustainable project management. So two main areas that we need to focus on if you want to get passive streams of income, and multiple streams rather. Develop skills around design thinking, meaning you have to understand it. You wouldn't be the subject matter expert in that. You need to understand design thinking and project management that will help us. So let me give you my story. My story is that, yes, I'm a PM practitioner. I manage projects. Of course, you could hire me to run a project from beginning to end. I can show you sustainable and leadership and all those great terms. But, as we say, we like to make money when you're sleeping, right? I know Paul will talk that about a lot of times you yourself, right? You want to be able to be making income at all points because that's how you'll make multiple streams. So what is your skill? What is your personal skill? Now, everybody, when you research it and you use design thinking, you can do something. You just don't know it could be done, right? And this is where, talking to persons and understanding design thinking and project management will get it off the ground for you. So my story, entrepreneur, right? Which is education entrepreneur. How, yes, you have a skill. Yes, you're teaching people project management. You may do it in a face-to-face capacity. That's one way. You bring in income that way. However, another way will be the online way, which is the virtual online where I talk one-on-one like this, but that's still a virtual live. Then you have the third way, which would be put it on a platform which is called self-paced learning. Self-paced learning. And at any point, anybody can go and purchase it. So I have a skill, which is I could teach you something in project management and design thinking and use it in different ways. Yes. However, you don't have to just learn these, as we say, these kind of academic skills also. You may have seen people, they know how to play tassa, they know how to play pan, they know how to sew, right? They know all these different things, these technical, vocational as well, we call it, and professional development. That can be monetized. A lot of persons don't understand by knowing these things, you could make lots of income with it because of different technology platforms. And that's my story so far. So I'll continue with the story then. Gary.
All right, thanks for that share, Shivani. I'm going to come across to Frank. Frank, as a leader, practicing leader, as a practicing economist, I love to have your take on multiple streams of income.
Good morning, Gary and team, and good morning, fellow listeners. We live in an ever-changing economic landscape, and if you're relying solely on a single source of income, that can be a risky proposition. So the concept of creating multiple streams of income has gained significant momentum as a strategy for achieving financial security and stability. So diversifying, a word that's thrown around a lot now, diversifying your earnings not only safeguard you against potential downturn, but it also opens up new opportunities for wealth building and personal growth. So there's a significance of multiple streams of income because first it is a protection against economic uncertainty. We live in a world where we are not certain of our economic standing. You have recessions, industry disruptions, and unexpected events that can jeopardize traditional income source. But by having the multiple streams of income, you can mitigate the impact of economic fluctuations and ensure a safety net during challenging times. The other point is accelerated debt reduction and wealth building. When we have extra income streams, it provides a surplus funds that can be directed towards paying off debts, building an emergency fund, or investing in assets that appreciate over time. And this accelerated wealth building can significantly improve your financial standing in the long run. You can pursue entrepreneurial ventures. So creating additional income streams often involves exploring entrepreneurial endeavors. And these ventures can range from online businesses, as Shivani talked about, and freelancing to rental properties and investments, which allows you to follow your passions while earning the extra income. So if you are good in craft, if you're good in teaching, if you're good in some skill, you can have it on the platform where it brings money in. The TikTokers now don't have to work; they're just there and they do all kind of story, and money comes in. Reducing reliance on a single employer is another significant goal. Relying solely on single job for income exposes you to risk of a sudden job loss. I've been through many job losses in my life. So I am come from that position because when you lose a job, that's an income that is no longer coming in. And you think about you have now to depend on relatives, friends, kind strangers. But if you have other businesses, other streams of income, so by diversifying your income, you lessen your dependence on a single employer. And so providing greater financial security and, of course, a peace of mind. Um, and there are some practical ways to diversify your income. So start a side business. So you identify your skills, identify your interests, and whatever expertise that you have to launch the side business. Whether it's selling product online, offering consulting services, or starting a small venture. A side business can be a significant source of supplemental income. Invest in passive income streams. So you consider investing in assets that generate passive income, such as your rental properties, dividend paying stocks, peer to peer lending, um, or real estate investment trusts. Now, these investments can provide ongoing revenue without requiring constant active involvement. Leverage the power of the gig economy. So if you participate in gig economy by freelancing, driving for rideshare services, or engage in short-term projects, online platforms have made it easier than ever to find gigs that match your skills and your schedule, and finally monetize your talents. So if you possess this unique talent, such as writing, photography, graphic design, explore ways to monetize them through freelance work, licensing, or selling your creations. Over to you, Greg.
All right, Frank, great shares. And on that point of monetizing your skills and becoming an author, I want to say to the general public is that you might be a professional, you might be a business consultant, you might be a teacher, you might be, a project management specialist. And you're listening to what we're saying, and you're saying to yourself, but these guys are right, but I just don't have the writing skills. I don't have the ability to go publish my book. But guess what? We can help you with that. We have the bestseller portal. And what the bestseller portal does, they're able to capture your story, and not only capture that story, they're also able to work with you to take your project to a bestseller list. Going to a bestseller list means a whole lot because it's going to enhance your visibility. It's going to enhance your confidence and your trust and your credibility, which again is going to set the stage to help you to make more money from your craft. Um, so I just wanted to add that as a little bit. When it comes to multiple streams of income, I certainly believe the sky is the limit. But of course, if you are not being trained in this particular environment to start thinking multiple streams of income and possibly what is passive income cash flow, you can be stuck in that single source of income zone that is going to keep you poor for the rest of your life. So we are doing this program because we want you to start thinking different, and we want to start to position you to earn massive amount of income. So I'm going to pause here for now, and I'm going to move right over to Peter. I know Peter is also in the publishing field, the book writing field. I don't know if you want to go there or if you want to go any other place. But Peter, all to you. What are your thoughts on the subject of multiple streams of income? You're mute, Peter.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to just welcome the audience to the Competitive Edge and all the specialists here empowering the community for helping them to understand that in the day that we're living, as each speaker has already mentioned, that it is necessary for individuals to find multiple streams of income by which they can generate revenue, and there is no better day than today. The convenience of me even speaking to millions of people across the globe right now with my telephone. There was a time when for you to do something like this, you'll need to have millions of dollars of equipment for you to be able to communicate your message to an audience, especially a global audience. But here today, just the telephone that you have the cell phone that you have in your hand, it is such a powerful tool. So what we do in our world, in the Legacy Chronicles world, where we get people to understand their value. You have to now think beyond just yourself. You have to think of where do you want to be? How do you want to be remembered? How do you want to have that sense of continuity in projecting yourself into your children and your grandchildren for generations to come? So what we empower individuals to do is to have a sense of solution. So we want individuals to think, first of all, think and to understand that you are the greatest gift to your world that life has released into the earth. When you were coming into this world, you were sent with a problem to solve. There was a problem. You were uniquely designed to solve a particular problem. And when you begin to think like that, you begin to see the world completely different. So there is three things that I'm asking any individual who's watching this program to do today. And when you begin to do these three simple things, it will begin to shift. If you're already doing it, kudos to you. But for those persons who might not have been thinking in this way, here are your steps. Think in terms of problems. You do not go after money by going after money. Money will not come to you by seeking after money. You have to discover a problem. And like I said a few minutes ago, you were sent into the earth with a problem to solve. So discover your problem that you were designed to solve. And then discover your people. So discover your problem and discover your people. Discover the people who has that problem. Find as many as you can, and more often than not, what you'll discover, because of the world, there is so much problem in the world today. The global landscape is at your feet right now. So there is myriads, multiple millions of people looking for answers to the problem that you were designed to solve. So discover your problem, discover your people, and then discover your package. Discover your people, discover your problem, discover your people, discover your package. How are you going to package that problem, or the solution rather? How are you going to package the solution to that problem so that you can distribute it to the people that you are called to solve? So there are now 5 ways by which you can do that. Because when you discover your problem, more often than not, you're already doing it. Perhaps you could have been doing it for 20, 30 years. It could have been the profession like Chevenet. It's a profession that she has been doing for so long. Like Frank, it is the profession that he has grown this amount of expertise. Like Paul, he has been dealing with financing for so many years. Now, what we're saying to individuals, for you to package yourself, this is how you package yourself. We have designed what we call the CAP formula, and we have discovered that the CAP formula, it is the singular thing that every individual, from Steve Jobs to Oprah to Anthony, from all these individuals who have really captured the marketplace, these individuals have utilized. Tony Robbins is the name I was trying to make a while ago. These individuals have used the CAP formula. So what they do, they present themselves as a consultant. Your expertise, the problem that you have designed, you are designed and you are sent into the earth to solve, become a consultant. Give your advice, distribute your advise people, and let them see your unique value proposition. When you're able to give these advice and people put it to work and they realize that, wow, this thing does work, guess what is going to happen? They will be willing to pay you for that, because what you have, it works. It brings solution in their lives. Then after you have individuals taking your advice, then perhaps you can attract some people now who will go into a deeper relationship with you as a coach. Now they do not just want you to advise them, They want you to sit with them for a while and give them some insights and instructions in what they actually need to do, so you become a coach. Then you're going to take that advice, take that specialty, take that body of solution that you have, and you put it into a book. Now you are an author. Now you can sell those books in audio form. You can sell it in the actual print form. You can sell it in all the forms that you can have where books are being distributed, and you become a publisher. Go to social media. Right here we are on social media, and we are, representing ourselves. TikTok, we here, Instagram. Go to support social media and publish yourself. Publish yourself as a newsletter, as all the forms that you can get your message out. Get your message out, and then become what we would say now is the highest paid profession, a public speaker. There's no higher profession than public speaking. You can go into an audience and you can speak. And for that, Paul was speaking about his daughter earlier, and he's looking at his daughter. They were offering her for $40 an hour, and there's a range of $40 to $100 an hour. Well, a public speaker can go out there and he can speak for an hour, and he can collect what? Even $1 million. If you were like Tony Robbins, if you are Obama, if you are certain persons. And guess what? It is not in the name. It is not even in the brand, but it is in the solution. It is in the solution. When you have a when you have a solution that is solving big enough problem, people will pay you whatever you ask because they are in pain. And if they can afford it, then you price your solution according to the person, not according to the problem, but according to the person. Because to somebody who can afford $1 billion, they will pay you the $1 billion, because the pain, removing the pain, is more important than the money that is in their pocket. So that is multiple streams of income. We can go even deeper, but we can just hold it for now. Thank you, Gary.
All right, great share. Again, I want to pause for a bit and again thank the over 16,000 persons who have subscribed to this program over the last 30 days, and over 100,000 persons who have visited the two platforms that we are using at the moment. I want to thank you for supporting this channel and helping this channel to grow. I also want to ask you to keep, liking and subscribing and share this program, so other persons can experience the content. Now, PT, you've mentioned a couple of things in terms of social media. In fact, a number of persons would have talked about the strength in social media, and I just want to give some data on that. And because with social media, you can significantly increase your visibility, your reach, your impact, and set the stage for client conversion and cash flow optimization. Let's take, for example, Facebook. Facebook is perhaps the biggest social media platform that we have. The number of persons that are on Facebook, you have about 3.049 billion users per month, right? That's almost half the global population that is on the Facebook platform. So when you're using Facebook, once you know what you're doing, what you're about, then you have tremendous leverage here. But as we would talk, Peter, it's not just about going on. You need to understand the algorithm. You need to understand SEO. You need to understand how to leverage all of this to optimize your visibility on the platform. Let's take another platform. You have YouTube as one of the unique social media platform that we have today. Today we have 2.70 billion users on this platform. That's a very, very huge number. So again, these platforms are major players in the social media space. And again, for visibility, for reach, for impact, for client conversion, if you're not on these social media, and more so if you don't know how to navigate these social media, you are leaving major, major, major opportunities out there for you to identify multiple income streams. Um, Today, even on YouTube, you have approximately 122 million users per day, not per month, per day. So you have one of the highest traffic that is going through this platform. And the more you know about these platforms, the more you're using these platforms in an educated way, you can really optimize your income streams. Instagram, we have today 2.4 billion users on the Instagram platform. And I'm just saying all of this to emphasize that when we talk about social media platform, we want to really help you to understand the rich potential that lies here. The important thing now is that as an author who is putting your book out there, you want to put it out there in a way that is giving you the results that you need. So I just want to add that piece because many person, mention social media. I just want to emphasize the strength of social media. The key now is how you use it to achieve your objectives. I want to come now to Elmore. I know Elmore, you're in the cryptocurrency space, but I want you to talk to me. I want you to take your language, your lingo, and talk to us about multiple streams of income. Is there multiple streams of income possibility in your platform?
Yes, but I want to start with saying thank you for the time. And yes, there's in the crypto space, there's multiple ways to create multiple sources of streams of income, because we have the decentralized finance space, and in the decentralized finance space, we are in a position to act as a bank, so we can through smart contracts, which is something that I can provide more information later. You can create a loan, or and you could do it to peer to peer. Another way to be able to create another source of income is to be able to take whatever you have invested into a token, and you can take that token and you can provide the liquidity to the network for a yearly percentage. Another way that you can do this, it's consider farming. That is essentially as if you are doing the same thing that you're doing for the project, but you are going to be receiving different source of um, percentages as you are helping the whole entire ecosystem grow. Also, recently, one of these new ways to be able to gain access to multiple streams of income is the renowned airdrop. So just by participating and at least having a piece of that network, it would automatically deal you in for whatever um, airdrops are in the future, which is considered free money that you are going to be receiving. And this could be anywhere from a few $100. It could be all the way up to thousands of dollars, depending on the airdrop and how much it's worth at the time. So there's many different ways in this space for the cryptocurrency world to be able to create multiple streams of income. Some of which are very passive and require very little attention. So yes, it's quite the dealio right now. I think that the biggest one that it's getting on fire right now would be the airdrops. So if you have not heard that Solana came out with their own mobile phone, just by purchasing the mobile phone, it automatically has you locked in for every other airdrop that is going to be either an application for the mobile device, or it's going to be a project that's going to be coming on to the chain. Just by the mere fact that you are part of the network and you hold that cell phone, you're going to be receiving free money essentially. So yes, this is just some of the few ways that you can create different streams of income within the cryptocurrency space. And it gets exciting, especially with what's happening since last night. I'm not sure if anybody's keeping up, but three things have happened within this space that have caused the whole entire market to raise in a bullish cycle. This might be a bullish cycle that we will not ever see again, because um, understanding the Fibonacci levels and understanding the technical analysis, and understanding, all of the different analysis available. um, Three of them have come over the top, which is signaling a humongous bull market move, which is something that it's happening. So there's that way now, that because of the barrier that was broken over the $53,000 of Bitcoin, now you have something called the altcoin season. So there's another way to be able to create multiple sources of income, because now that you have that piece of information and you're equipped with it, you are going to be doing a little bit of due diligence to be able to gain access to these pieces of projects and put your money to work. And so it's amazing things happening in this space this week. So I'm very excited to be here sharing with you guys. And I'm going to stop here.
All right, thanks for that share, Elmore. And Elmore also has a book that is going to be coming out very soon. And that book is going to be telling you a whole lot about how to invest in the cryptocurrency space. Now, on the topic again, multiple streams of income, there are multiple platforms to look at. Our role here today is to ensure that we are whetting your appetite and have you now start thinking about smart ways to position yourself to earn. Why? Because we see that your single source of income is keeping you poor. And today we're wearing our humanitarian hat, and that's where we're providing you with information that you can start to think about. Now, all this information that you're getting, I want to encourage you to do your due diligence. You yourself can go do your research, or you can work with a professional like us who can really set you up with the things that we're talking about. In other fields, you might have to go identify some critical support and advice from those spaces. But I just want to add this. I've just spoken about the strength of social media. You have billions of consumers who are on social media. You can become a content producer and position your brand on those platforms. You can become an influencer and position your brand on those platforms. The way how many of those platforms are also set up, you can earn active income and you can also earn passive income. Talking about passive income also, the sky is really the limit, because we can start to talk about stocks and bonds and mutual funds. We can talk about hedge funds. We can talk about ETF, exchange trade funds. We can also talk about REIT, which is real estate investment trust. All of this provides opportunity for you to have passive income. All of this provides the opportunity for you to have multiple streams of income. As time progresses, we will do a deep dive into all of this. Today, we're doing that high level overview of what multiple streams of income represents. What's the face of this? And possibly how you can apply these techniques into your life to set yourself up to cash flow optimize. We haven't talked today also about the concept that we call lines of credit. We talk about trade lines. Now, what is trade lines? A quick brief on this. You want to start a business, but you don't necessarily have the cash at hand to go start that business. You can take out net 30, net 60, net 90 trade lines. And guess what happens? That immediately open up. And I say immediate because within an hour, you could be set up where you're accessing these trade lines. You're accessing a line of credit that you can now leverage to make purchase of various type of goods. Now, if you know, when you know consumers that want those goods, you just access the line of credit, you ship those goods off to them, and you're being paid. And you have 30, 60, or 90 days to offset that debt. That is very unique ways in which you can actually get your business started. So I just want to share this. There's a ton of possibilities out there. Well, when you come into our program and you become a mentee, we will really work with you to ensure that we understand your ideal situation and provide you with the best advice to ensure that you're well set, well placed to start positioning yourself from multiple streams of income. Now, what I want to do, I want to come back to Paul and I want to ask Paul to talk to us a little bit about the BFC. And then I'm going to go around the room for closing remarks. Time flies so fast when you're having fun, right?
Yeah.
Paul, can you talk to us about some about the financial instruments and some about the BFC? Now, let me emphasize this before Paul starts to speak. Paul is the kind of guy that's going to set you up with money. We're doing these programs because we are targeting business people. Because as a business owner, you need your book. All right, you're an expert in your field. You need your book because that too can be leveraged for multiple streams of income. You need access to capital. Paul is the guy that's going to really help you to access capital because now you have one location. You want to go to a second location. You want to go to a third location. You want to expand to a fourth location. And you're asking yourself, how do I raise the capital to do this? Paul is the kind of person that's going to ensure that you get the monies to grow and expand your vision so you can have multiple streams of income. Paul, all to you.
Thank you, Gary. Okay, multiple streams of income, the business finance consultant program. It's all about making money and as much as you can because you owe it to yourself and you owe it to your kids. You know, you want to leave a legacy. I like what Peter does, legacychronicles.net. You want to leave a legacy. The legacy is not just cash. A legacy is setting them up with the knowledge and information how to do it. But for them to know how to do it and for you to teach them how to do it, you have to do it. Okay, so let's talk about business finance consultants. And let me side note this real quick. Residual income. If you are a business finance consultant with Patriot and you have the ability to offer equipment financing, real estate financing, but you also have the ability to offer a program called factoring. Let me tell you about that real quick and how that is residual income. Okay, factoring is you as the BFC, you bring us a client. They're doing business to business sales. They're a manufacturer or a service provider and their cash flow is slow. So we speak with them and we figure out that factoring is a good thing that they can, that's going to solve their problem. Cash flow is slow. They're putting out invoices. They're doing business to business. They're providing their service. They're providing their product. They're transporting it to the buyer. When it gets there, they're giving them an invoice that says, pay me in 30 days. Doesn't always happen. Could be 40 days, 45, 60 days. Okay. So as the business finance consultant, we together are solving their problem by providing them with factoring. Factoring means the factoring company steps in and they will purchase those invoices from the business owner, our client, our mutual client together at a discount. 1%, 2 points, 3 points. That all depends on the annual volume that you commit to. But they're purchasing the invoices. The business is getting the money that they need to continue daily operations and to grow. We've solved their problem. But what's our reward? What is your reward as the business finance consultant who brought that deal to Patriot Business Finance Consultants? And we worked together to solve that business owner's program. What's your reward? Well, it's called monthly pay. Every time they sell those invoices, they sign for a 1-year contract. And every month, Patriot Business Finance Consultants gets paid, and you, as the business finance consultant, get paid. Some deals are a one shot, one pay. We do equipment financing for a business owner. That's it until the next piece of equipment that they want. And that's a good thing because that's a big chunk of money. We help them buy investment properties or commercial real estate. We get paid for the service we provided. That's a one-time pay. Factoring is a monthly pay for the next year because that business is going to continue to sell their invoices. And every invoice they sell at the end of the month, it gets totaled up. And I think the percentages aren't high. On equipment financing, we definitely make a whole lot more money. But if the volume is high for the factoring arrangement, then if the fee, let's just do the math. If they sell I'll do easy math for myself. $100,000 of let's go higher. If they do $1 million of invoices per month, the fee is probably going to be 1%. So that is $10,000. Patriot gets 20% of that. That's $2,000. You, as the business finance consultant, get $500 of that $2,000 monthly, every month. That's $6,000 a year. The question next is, how many factoring clients can you set up and bring and get them set up with that factoring arrangement? Well, if you can do 10, then that's $5,000 a month. There's all types of ways. That's residual income. Okay, I went down a whole different trail. Sorry, guys. But business finance consultants work with us, sell money, make money available to business owners, and it's a highly paid career. Solve their problems, as Peter says, solve their problems, and you will be rewarded highly. Absolutely. So over to you, Gary.
All right, thanks for that share, uh, Paul. Again, you need access to capital. If you're in 50 states in the US, we can get you the capital that you need to grow and scale your business. We can get you the capital to expand your operation. So you don't only have one location, you have multiple locations that you can generate income from. You also need assistance to bring visibility, reach, and strengthen your impact with your value offer. We can help you with that. All right. So I'm going to come now to Peter and ask Peter to give us his closing remarks.
Yeah. So what we also empower individuals to do is we build a community, the Human Growth Master Plan community, and it's a community that we develop through affiliate partnership, and we do encourage individuals to develop. You can build your own community. You can build your own. Facebook is a community. Google is a community. Because when you build your list, you'll understand, as Paul was indicating a while ago, a lot of uh, packaging of what you want to do is to generate people's email address, your email list. Have your own telephone number, have your own names of your network, have the names, the telephone numbers, and the email addresses of your people. And there's nothing more powerful to do than to create an affiliate program where individuals now you are selling or distributing your products, and you're asking warm market, your friends and family, to distribute it to their friends and family, and you are owning your own. You're connecting with people on a one-on-one basis. You own the names. You want to own the names. You want to own the telephone number. You want to own the email addresses. Whatever you do through social media, the names, the addresses, and the telephone numbers stay. Affiliate marketing, you own those names for yourself. Anything that you have thereafter, you distribute it through your own affiliate program. You distribute it through your own network, your own movement. And that's another stream of residual income that will serve you for generations to come. Thank you, Gary.
All right, thanks for that share. Shivani, your closing remarks. You're mute, Shivani.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Now, as we keep talking about how to get additional sources of income, these are my closing remarks. I hope you get key takeaways from this aspect of the conversation, including design thinking and project management. Once you learn that and you understand it, you would be able to analyze what can be your streams of income. Now, persons will say, okay, well, how do I learn design thinking and how do I learn project management? Just as Peter was talking about a community, building a community, we have a community of practice. Now, this community of practice will simply be, not simply, will really be discussion forums. You can join it. You don't have to pay to be part of our community of practice, where we will share ideas on what is design thinking, what is project management. And it's really, I lead the community of practice in terms of discussions. When you empower yourself, you'll get ideas. And then from that, you can see how you're going to build and how you're going to get different streams of income. So those are my closing remarks, really inviting people to register to be part of our community of practice, free information, discussion forums, and as you grow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gary.
Well, I really want to encourage you to follow up with Shivani on that because, these think tanking and brainstorming communities can really, really help you to see through difficulties, see through your challenges, and find the solution. So do follow up with Shivani, tap into those communities so you yourself can start to learn from this process. I'm going to come to Elmore, then I'm going to come to Frank, and then Paul. Elmore, your closing remarks?
Yes, and I think that I would like to close the remarks with giving a piece of value from the book Crypto 101: Understanding the Future of Money. Um, the motive behind me providing the information that's in the book is so that an individual, a common individual, which is most of us, and we are going to be able to view and see the way the world worked. We're going to be able to view and see the way that the decentralized world is an option, and also to warn you about the dangers and about the ways of a central bank digital currency and the costs and effects of it, so that you can definitely be super prepared for the future of finance. Um, I really love sharing, and I really love hearing all of the available options that are still out here. And so I think that I do still appreciate the traditional, as I am wanting to help individuals understand that there is a new space that it's doing technically the same thing without the regulation, and that is something that it's obviously posing a threat to the central banking systems, and so it's to have that knowledge. It's what becomes impeccable because it allows you to make the right choices for the future of your finances. I appreciate that, and obviously, I would like to let people also know that I do have the consultancy on CEO EI Consulting. So if you are in the emerging tech or looking for information on emerging tech like Web3, AI, and cryptocurrencies, for them to become part of your business if they're not already, we will definitely have different ways to be able to accommodate whatever business endeavors you are in as a business owner, how to understand the space and how to apply it for the future. So I really do appreciate the time, and this is a lot of fun, and definitely the time is running by fast. I'm just hoping that we are able to let everyone make the right perspective and right changes to be able to embark in this future that it's happening, regardless whether we're wanting to happen or not. It's essentially in play right now. So it's quite exciting at that as instance. But thank you guys. I really do appreciate this platform, and I thank each and every one of you here.
All right, thanks for that share, Elmore. And don't worry, we'll talk with you some more so we can do that deep dive into what you're doing and look at all the significance behind it and how you want to help people to be prepared and to navigate the financial world. Frank, all to you. Your closing remarks. You're mute.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, you can grow your streams of income. I was looking at a CNBC business program, and it studied millionaires. I find it quite fascinating because more often than not, millionaires are regular, ordinary people like me. But what they have is remarkable discipline and their focus. And these very well individuals get their way by working differently, not necessarily harder or smarter than the rest of the world. One fascinating insight into millionaires is that they typically have multiple streams of income. And there's a 2018 article, the same CNBC, that highlighted intriguing aspects of millionaires. One is that 65% of millionaires have three streams of income. 45% of millionaires have four sources of income, and 29% have five or more income streams. Most people have at least one income source, and that's their employment. They go to work on weekdays, and after enough days of work, they receive a paycheck. However, well over half of millionaires have three total income streams. For some, that is work plus at least two others. For others, that might not even include labor at all. So having multiple income streams is a powerful wealth building tool because the right streams can increase your wealth passively. And if you're looking to grow your wealth like the well off do, you can go into real estate syndication, which is a passive income stream. You can do investment income. It's another common type of passive income stream that will grow your wealth. You have business income. Unless you have contractual obligations with your primary job, not to start a side hustle, many millionaires have grown their wealth through side gigs, so they own a business, um, royalties and licensing. And this category is a little less common, but it's essential. And if you have the opportunity to create a product, to create an idea or a process, you can sometimes license it out and collect a fee every time they use it. Royalties can be on anything. You might even start a band and manage to get your songs on one of the streaming platforms if you're a singer. Or you might create a YouTube channel and earn some passive income from views. Um, Renting out your car, like I did. Peer-to-peer car rentals have become remarkably popular. And that's thanks to a shortage on the market. Um, and then if you want to grow your network, you need multiple sources of income. So relying too heavily on one stream of your job is risky. What happens if you lose it? Similarly, if that singular income stream requires work, you limit how much you can make because there are only so many hours in a day that you can work. And all of the five streams of income that I spoke about are fantastic ways to grow your network. If you haven't already, consider diversifying your portfolio by implementing the income streams that I've suggested.
All right, thanks for that share. And Frank, I can see Paul, he's actually caught up. Oh, Paul is here. So, Paul, your closing remarks on today's conversation.
Multiple streams of income, extremely important. We've covered a lot today. Your job can go away. And if you got a second source of income, that's going to help you. Uh, there's all types of ways to build multiple sources of income. Online stores, you can do it small scale, you can do it big scale. Be a consultant, sell your expertise because people want your expertise. If you know how to do it and somebody else wants to know how to do it, they will pay you to teach them how to do it. I mean, we've covered it all. Everybody said everything. Rental income, be a landlord. The money's out there. I mean, you work 40 hours a week, put in another 20. It's worth it because you only got to put in that other 20 for what? Make the plan 5 years, 10 years, and your kids want you to do it. You owe it to them, you owe it to yourself. So strive for multiple streams of income. It's available, it's not hard. Go for it and just do it. It's worth it. That's my final thoughts.
All right, thanks for that share, Paul. In conclusion, now, again, I want to say this, wealth is a mindset and poverty is a mindset. And with the information that you have today, you could make an informed and educated decision that you're going to have the mindset of wealth. And that means that you now have the knowledge. Are you prepared to take action? Inform action. Now, you don't have to do this all by yourself. You have a team of dynamic players here that is willing to mentor and coach you, that is willing to sponsor you, that is willing to invite you into our community to ensure that in business you access capital. In business, you're able to scale that business into multiple streams of income. In your life, you're able to do the same. All right. So you have a team of experts, various skills that can really help to push you forward. Remember, I started this program by saying that there are some simple steps that you would need to do to position yourself to start having multiple streams of income. Step one, get a skill, master that skill. Step two, leverage that skill and leverage that skill into multiple income streams. And many of you right here and right now, you may have the skill sets that you can leverage. You might be a teacher who is teaching maths and English and science and technology, but you have never written your book. Guess what? That book can become a second streams of income. You might be worrying how to get that book written. Well, you can reach out to myself, you can reach out to Peter, you can reach out to our community, and we have that ecosystem that is to help you write that book, edit that book, publish that book, and possibly take that book to bestseller. That's just not a stream of income. As a teacher, as a professional, you can also set yourself up to do management training or training in your specific areas. That's another stream of income. You can digitize your educational platform. That's another stream of income. Now, we're not going to be the guys that's going to come to you and amplify the problems. We're going to come to you and we're going to put the solution and we're going to amplify the solution because we really care about you. We care about you. All right. And so we're wearing that humanitarian hat. And it's all about ensuring that we're giving you the kind of information to help you develop what we're calling now that growth mindset. So with that being said, I want to thank, we have over 16,000 persons who would have subscribed to my tool and platform over the last 30 days. I want to thank you for really taking the time and finding interest in what we are doing. We had over 100,000 persons who have visited this platform. Again, I want to thank you from the depths of my heart for just dropping in, seeing what we are doing. And I want to ask you to continue to like, subscribe, and share. Share this program out into your community so you can help us to reach as much people as possible. Now, in the event that you need support to access capital, support to grow and scale your business, you want to increase your visibility, your reach, your impact, your client conversion, I do encourage you to reach out to us because the community is all set to give you that support. You might need a project manager on your site. I encourage you to reach out to us. Send us a DM. Or Anthony, I just saw your text. You're asking how to connect with us. I did run the telephone number and I did send you some details. So feel free to reach out to us so we can have that conversation. To my team, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out here today. You could have been doing so many other things, but you decide to come out and share your knowledge, share your experience to really help rising stars in business, rising star in life, to get a better perspective on ways to navigate the realities of business and the realities of life. So with that, I want to say thank you to you guys. Kudos to you guys. And we'll do this again tomorrow. All right. You guys have a great rest of the day and a great rest of the week in front of you.